Yo, guys, welcome back to this week's episode of the JBK podcast. I am one of three of the co-hosts this week. Well done, John. So we are back once again with an audio issue, and he's pressed something else. It's gone twice as bad, but yeah, massive shout out to all you guys. It's still going. Turn it off.
I didn't press that. Starting again.
Right, we'll keep it live on here, and we'll start on there for Spotify. Wow, that you will literally say, right, guys. So just a quick one. This is the worst intro ever, but we're gonna do it again, right? You can see us live now, but we're doing it again. So on here, we click record on here, and this is what goes to Spotify. And Josh was literally like, right, we'll do this. Here, make sure you do this next week. Make sure you do this, and we'll all do this right. And then he messes up the fucking only two buttons he has to press.
Got a pre-workout. Leave me alone. Right, you ready?
Born ready. Yo, guys, welcome back to this week's episode of the JBK podcast. I am third of your hosts, sorry. I am Ben Coleman. To my left, we have Kier McCarter, and to my right, we have the sexiest man on the podcast, Baldwin, Josh Rapture. I don't think it has. We'll move across slightly. We'll move across. But yeah, massive shout out to all you guys for coming back to this week's episode of the JBK podcast. There is three of us back once again. Don't make me nervous, mate. You can touch on all you want. There is three of us back. We are back. The squad is back. Anyone up for trios?
Oh, yeah.
Serious. Shittest intro ever. Spotify, we hope you like it. But anyway, massive shout out to all you guys for coming back to this week's episode. We do want to address why obviously we were off last week, and it was for good reason why the whole country was shut down. And Josh, take it away. Why were we off last week?
Oh, don't put me on the... No, I'm not here. So, obviously, with the Queen passing, it being the day to celebrate the Queen's life, etc., with the funerals and everything like that, we thought it was only due respect to not throw a podcast. Like, to be honest with you, I watched it all myself, watched funeral, watched the stand-in guards and everything like that. And it would probably be obviously with it being the longest ever reign, it was watched by, what was it, 4.1 billion it was watched by?
Worldwide.
Worldwide, yeah. Well, there's not 4.1 billion in Barra, mate.
Well, not obviously, you dick.
Well, I don't know the exact numbers, but I know that there was a bloody lot of people were there, and I think rightfully so. I mean, for me, it's something that obviously a lot of our grandparents have all seen throughout their entire life. And for us, we've only seen it for obviously the years we've been here and actually been aware of it. But for them, it'll probably obviously mean a lot more, won't it?
Well, there's not a lot of people on the planet that are still alive when she came in to power.
Oh, as long as she's been born.
Yeah, exactly.
Like say 96, was she? 96 years old?
97.
Well, she was 96.
No, 96, I think. But I think put it this way, she give it a good go, didn't she,
Well,
in 96.
100%.
But yeah, massive shout out to you guys for coming back. We did want to, obviously, we wanted to wait a week. We were going to do one on Tuesday, but we also thought it'd be quite disrespectful just doing it a day or so after. So we just thought we'd give it a week. And yeah, just start fresh on Monday. But yeah, this episode, guys, for those of you that are interested, because we didn't put it in the title for a specific reason. We didn't want people to come in specifically just for that or avoid it just for that. So it is male insecurities or insecurities in general. And basically what that is, for those of you that are unaware, is as males we face certain challenges and we face certain things that become an issue for us. And what do you think the main ones are, Josh? We'll start with you first.
Baldiness.
Wow. I mean, where do I follow with that? I mean, go on.
Erectile dysfunction.
Go on.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll start on the baldness. I know you've made a bit of a joke about it, but there is a different change for those of you that are watching live on Facebook. You can see the video. Josh has decided came to me and we've decided to basically sort his hair out and
By
basically
sort
get
it
rid of
out,
it.
we mean cut it off because, as you can see, I look like fucking Megamind.
Looks like you're wearing a swimming cap.
Who asked you? And how's that even? A swimming cap goes all the way around.
Honestly, that's just nasty. We're supposed to be nice to our fellow co-hosts, Kier. No, all jokes aside, though, it is an issue though, and a lot of males are scared of it, aren't they? When they get older, a lot of males.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I held on to mine for a while, didn't I? But when it comes time to bite the bullet, you've just got to bite the bullet.
It's weird for me because I've always looked at it from
Evening, senior.
daddy-o. It's weird.
Mr. Coleman.
It's weird for me. I don't know about. Well, I know Kier for you. I know it's probably a bigger issue for you than probably for all three of us here.
What, my
'Cause-
hair?
Yeah, because when we were to get rid of it, you were literally.
Crying. Let's not beat around the bush.
Well, yeah, because obviously, like, my dad's hair is quite thin. My granddad started balding at a young age, so I didn't know how it was going to affect me. Do you know what I mean?
Why are you bothered about being bald?
That's the insecurity part.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
That's why
trying
I'm
to-
asking him.
I don't honestly know because obviously I had no idea what I looked like bald.
Absolutely fucking awful.
Well, yeah, I know that, but
How are you, Mr. Potato Heads? Heads. Okay.
Oh,
We're there. We're there. Right. We'll address that in a minute. Daniel Heslop has commented on Facebook. Archer, turn the other way. The light's reflecting off your head. Right. So we're talking about male insecurities, Dan, and then you're just,
well, I'm going to buy my games from Game. Oh, that was a joke.
No one buys games from Game anymore. It's always online. No, but the mate.
go to CEX instead.
Yeah, exactly. Well, one of the
Sponsor.
the thing is, it is a serious topic though. Like, and a lot of people don't. Honestly, a lot of people don't. Not just hair, but insecurities in general. But baldness is definitely a male one that, especially if they lose it too early, definitely becomes an issue among especially young lads that are scared to sort of embrace it, aren't they? And think that you need to have a full head of hair because that's the norm. When realistically, you actually you don't need hair on your head anyway.
The only difference is my head's a bit cold. That's all it is. But
Yeah.
you get used to that. But I said to Jay, I said, I'm going to go, when I got my new teeth, I said, I'm going to get some new hair. She went, why? I was like, I don't know. She went, exactly. I was like, oh yeah. Don't need to buy shampoo anymore.
Still need to wash it.
Just showered you.
Fucking links, lad.
No, right. So the thing
And I'm
is,
going to get loads of baseball caps.
the thing is though, but if you wanted to go and get your hair sorted, well then go for it, can't you? It's there. There is an option there now, but
There's, right.
not a full head of hair between you snooker balls. I've got a full head of hair. I don't know if you can see. I know your eyes are quite bad, Dad, but so he's on about getting laser eye surgery.
Well,
'Cause he's-
if you can't see your hair.
Well, that's another option, but it's because he's always behind a laptop, so his eyes have
Yeah.
deteriorated a lot.
All I'm going to say is as well, look at the most rich people in the world. They all had shit hairlines. They got that rich, it grew back.
Oh, miracle.
Exactly.
Oh, they paid for it.
Exactly. So I'm going to be rich as
Do
fuck.
you know what I was waiting for? I was waiting to go Andrew Tate.
It's not as rich as anywhere near the top of the rich list.
And he also looks better bald. Some people suit it. Like my dad can still grow his hair, but just shaves it off, like
Yeah.
bicks it off. Whereas
Bit of bickage.
You won't let me pick my head.
I said, no, not yet. You've still got hair there yet. It's only pushed back a touch.
But what I thought is now, if I get a Sharpie and I'll look like I've got a full head of hair that I won't let grow out.
So what, other than baldness, try to bring this podcast back on track. Serious. Get serious, boys.
All right, spoils.
Because there's a lot of males that struggle with
Erectile dysfunction.
that also. There's a lot of males that struggle with insecurities of their own. It could be, like you said, a wide, diverse problem, which
Yeah. Well, you see them. The only place you see them is like in the toilets, at, like service stations. They like new erectile dysfunction affects 60%
Yeah.
of men aged between 35 and 64, and that. And you're thinking,
Sorry, my back's sore. Sorry, lads. Go on.
I forgot where the fuck I was saying.
Billboards.
Oh yeah, massive billboards that say, like, and you're thinking, I've never had an issue, but then you start to worry, thinking,
What if I do?
I have.
what if I hit 35 and I can't get it up anymore?
I have.
Jade will leave me.
The thing is, I have. And I honestly, unless I've had a drink, I used to get really nervous. So she'll kill me. The first time we were with Beth, First time we ever got to that point, I couldn't. Too nervous. Just something in me. But yeah, I'd had one night stands around town previous and had a few beers, and I've had other lasses before, and it'd been fine. But then there was just
laughing at you. I'm laughing at your dad.
easiest way to solve it: buying a fishing magazine. Why do you think I got you? But so I got him. So just quickly for those of you that are on Spotify that are thinking, what are they on about? So on Facebook we do have live. We go live on Facebook, and we are actually live right now, and we've got some people commenting, and my dad is one of them.
As if Moll's just ripped your dad's saying off and your dad enjoys it.
Yeah. So, yay, go Mol.
I'm going to buy your dad a cardboard cutout of Moll, life-size one. It won't cost lots. It'll only be A4 anyways, but he can take it home with him.
That'll help him with his erectile dysfunction. But if he's seriously though, for me, I come back, Mol. All is lost. All is not lost. All is forgiven. No. So what had happened with me? But literally, what had happened with me, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. So when I first was with Beth, I think it was whenever it meant something, I was more nervous. Sounds really bad, Dad, but I'd had one night stands around town, I'd had a drink, and then I'd been with people before.
Yeah, but that's one night stand. It's like you literally see him on a night out, take him home, do the deed, and then.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Because it doesn't mean anything, I didn't bother. But then when that first time me and Beth, we'd met each other a few times, and when it had led to that point, I just couldn't. Right up, everything else was fine. I was hard all the way up until the point. And it just went like
Not today.
Like the thing on the roadcast, like green one in it. It was like
Oh no, you didn't.
No, but I also waited because I knew it meant more to me this time round.
Yeah.
But then when it did happen, obviously, Dad, I know,
I've just realised you're saying all this and your dad's watching.
I don't care. My dad knows everything about me anyway.
I guarantee you, he's bringing a couple of fishing magazines now with that Arctic for Archie stuff.
Well, I've got for whose?
The babies.
Good. So basically, on Spotify, for those of you that are on Spotify, once again, we do have live comments. If you want to watch us live, go over to Facebook at 6 p.m. every Monday at GMT time.
What's that stand for, GMT?
Greenwich Mean Time, innit? Or Greenwich, something like that.
And if you want to get all the updates, all right, Tony, Jesus. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram, and we post Ben posts all our updates on TikTok. He doesn't let us go on that.
I don't even think you can. I'll give you the account. I don't think you can. I think it's an extension of my TikTok.
Don't let us on it.
All right, it's fine, whatever. But yeah, it's
just be a video on Josh's bald head glistening in the sun.
Right, Kier.
That was not funny.
Right, Kier, what's going on, lad? What's up? What's been going on? What?
Yeah, Kier, what's going on in your life?
What's been going on, mate? You're back on the podcast now. What's been going on?
Nothing, mate. What do you mean?
Great malt. Greenwich Mean Time means great malt.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I could stay at home on Friday, you bastard. So for those of you that are wondering, it is my birthday on Friday, the 30th. I am 29. Ooh.
Send him stars on his gaming channel.
Don't get them anymore.
I'm streaming tonight.
You can't send stars anymore to you.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
Why?
I've tried. You haven't got it anymore because you're not meeting the criteria. You haven't streamed for ages, have you? You can't send them to you. I tried the other day. I was going to wind you up and send you 20, like 50 times, but it wouldn't let me send one. I don't let you press on the button.
I don't know because it's not told me that I haven't.
You can't send you stars.
Oh, maybe need to stream a bit more. Well, that FIFA's out now. I've just got the trial tonight, so I'm going to be on it for it. But anyway, right. Great Mol talent. He is very talented. Go over to Mol's YouTube channel and watch his new weight loss documentary episode. Follow it. We are all following it. We're all behind him.
I'm in the last two and he didn't even ask me consent.
That's
report his videos.
Yeah, report him there, yeah.
Report his videos. I got banned off Facebook for fucking posting a meme of Morgan Freeman.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, they showed me the video after my ban was lifted. They showed me what it was for. It was literally a meme of Morgan Freeman or fucking Samuel L. Jackson, one of the two. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was Samuel. No, there was two. There was one of Morgan Freeman. That was the cod thing where it's like, I can smell you. Yeah, it was like that. And then the Samuel L. Jackson one was like, The one where he's like, I stick my hand on your ass and make it talk like a puppet or something, but it's the visual of it.
Like,
And they banned me for it. But
Hmm.
and now they told me, and I was like, it's absolutely pathetic to try to silence absolutely everybody. But anyway,
But there's naked girls on there, and they're allowed on there.
yeah. What's another? What would you say, Kier, if you were going to be honest? What would you say is your biggest insecurity that you're happy to share with the people?
weight's one of my big ones.
I think that's everybody, though, isn't it? Is that your personal one,
Yeah,
though?
that's my personal.
Is that your biggest one? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not always been, though, is it? Because you've not always been fat.
My teeth were at one point.
Oh, yeah, shit. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he had fucking cornflake teeth, didn't he?
No.
They're called
It-
biscuit
He
teeth.
put me off that cereal for fucking ages. No, it's something like you banged your fucking teeth or something, didn't you? Or you banged your mouth or something.
Cracked one tooth. Someone punched me, and then when we were in Hollywood, do you remember the Laurel and Hardy statue he had right by the bar?
Yeah.
My mate come up behind me, grabbed me, and the floor was slippy, so we slipped and twatted my face off
Ah.
the foot of it, snapped my tooth here, literally clean in half.
You got battered by a Lola and Hardy.
The thing is, though, teeth is a big one. So I've had a chip. I've had a chip in mine for years, and it happened when I was like 9. So I was going, so fight. So for those of you on Spotify, won't have a clue what we're going to say, but used to will know. So 5 Street and Lawn Road back street, like the cutting.
Yeah.
So zooming down there on my bike, literally
Looking like angry kid.
being a kid, not thinking any danger. Car pulls up outside the cutting and I don't brake. Whoop, straight over the front of the car, smash me face on the road. Go in and just feel like I'm not bleeding on my lips are out, but I'm like doing that. My tongue like, have I got concrete
Oh,
on
it feels dead sharp.
pavement in my tooth? And then I go in and look, and my mum goes, ugh. She goes, "What on earth have you done?" And I'm like, and it actually bent my tooth, like it crossed them over, which is why I needed braces when I was younger. So for me now, I would happily go and get my teeth sorted. They're all straight and fine now, but I've got to wear a permanent retainer in the back of my front teeth. It doesn't come out. I can't take it out.
Well, I fall exactly in that category because my new teeth arrived this week.
Do them yourself? Do you put them in yourself? No.
No, it'd be like but same as what Luke's got.
Yeah,
no.
but I've got a full set. So what I do is I put them in, give myself time to get used to them, learn to eat with them in, and then I'm getting them bonded.
Right.
So
No, I'm just asking because I know you can buy some on the internet, can't you? That you literally you get like the mold.
yeah, it's what
Yeah, that's what Luke's done. You send the molds away, yeah, and then they bring you back a set of teeth.
No, I don't mean that. I mean like you could literally buy like a mold of teeth. It looks like a fake set of teeth.
Yeah.
And you have like a strip of like silica gel in the tooth, and you put the silica gel in boiling water.
yeah, that's exactly what we're on about.
Yes. So with the set that Luke had these two, which was an insecurity of Luke's as well, because he's always had like 2 fangs like my dad. So they've always had like extra fangs, which looks like it is, but the way the tooth was growing anyway. He went and got some obviously newer teeth to go over his until he goes over and gets them sorted or whatever. What they did is they bring like 2 separate bits of bonding material that you've got squeezed in your hands and mold together, so it goes like a weird color blue. Then you put it in the mold, and then you bite down on one of the molds, and then obviously they mold your teeth. You send the mold away, they send your teeth back exactly how the mold was, so it needs to be right. They've sent them back both sets, and he put them in for the first time. He had a bit of a lisp for like a week,
I thought it was dead funny when I said him. He was like that. All right, Archer.
and you look at him and you're like, but the thing is, though, he still takes them out to eat.
Yeah,
He don't want to ruin them because he
That's fair
paid so much money for them.
I've got to get. I'm getting mine bonded.
So then technically, if you ever do mess them up, you're going to have to go and get your teeth sorted because your teeth underneath will be rotten.
No, what they do with they kill everything on your teeth so that they can't get. They've got no bacteria living on them, so they can't then start
So they
to
give you like a full mouth clean, don't they?
No, I believe
Yes.
that to a point. But if you were to do anything and cover it and not brush your teeth underneath, which you can't, doesn't matter how closed off they are,
So many
Yeah,
years.
but they'll be super clean when they put them on. So how are they going to get dirty?
because they will, guaranteed.
How?
So your teeth are still connected to your roots, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right? So you're telling me if you just cover something over and it will never get dirty or never change colour or anything. That's like the same as putting your finger over something and your finger underneath will never be dirty, you'll never get rotten or anything. It will over time. Why do you think when you get crowns, they peg your teeth, they file your teeth down a little
Well,
pegs
that's
to
the
stick them on?
process anyways. Once I'm done with these fake ones, I'll be going over to Turkey to get some turkey teeth.
That's what I've been looking into and thinking.
I think
Got
everyone-
5Gs, lad.
It's not 5
I'll
grand.
save up. It's like 2.5.
It's 2.5. So my old boss at
Starts at 2.5.
my old boss at Orsted went and got a teeth and boobs done. and she got a reduction. That was because so she was very small, but she had they were massive and they were literally so bad for her. And she even admitted she was open and honest about it. She went and got them reduced, and then went and got her teeth done as well.
I know a few that want reductions.
Beth does. Beth wants a reduction.
wasn't
She's fine. No, it's fine. She's open about it. She's 5'4", and her boobs are enormous. For her body, they just don't suit. So I've said, well, if and when we get enough money, I'll take you over, no problem, and then we'll both get our teeth done as well.
Yeah.
Make it a couple's trip.
Yeah, we'll just both
Yeah,
be paying
Jim.
for like 3 weeks. But insecurity, definitely.
I don't know, because obviously I know some people's pain tolerance are different, innit? But there's a mate of mine that went over and got his done not so long ago, and he said he was literally in pain for a day.
Some people are, they get used to it, the body adapts quickly.
And obviously, I've heard some people like watch videos on it, and like,
Yeah, it's for weeks.
this one woman, she went for 2 weeks in Turkey. So the second week, she was getting her teeth done, or it might have been the first week, but the second, yeah, it was. And then the second week, she was literally in that much pain, and like she had abscesses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So something went wrong then.
No,
Because ideally, if it's
it
clean,
was just her body rejecting it.
So the thing is also, one of your insecurities, would you say back then, would you say it's easy to change over your insecurities? I know it's not a choice, but would you say it's easier to sometimes forget about one rather than the other?
Yeah. So obviously, when I got this crack in this tooth, because growing up I've always had like soft teeth
Yeah,
due to being when I was like a toddler drinking a shitload of milk.
yeah.
So, and yeah, that's what happens. Drink too much milk, it softens your teeth.
They tell you to drink milk to make your teeth strong.
Yeah, no, but because I was drinking too much, the doctor said it was a problem.
Don't want to be too much of everything.
I didn't know that.
So with that,
Maulers said, alright, brother, just for one after the podcast, but it's too late 'cause I've already read it. Thinks that we should invest in a better camera. He said the audio is absolutely brilliant, but the visual is pretty bad.
Don't worry, we already know. It's already on the agenda. So what we'll do is sorry, Kier, what we'll do is we'll quickly address that. So what we're doing at the moment is we've got a laptop to pay off. We've got one payment or two payments left on the laptop, haven't we, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, we finished paying that in November, so October and November.
And then what we're planning on doing is getting new hoodies or outfits for the new logo that we've got. And then what we're going to be looking at doing is up the camera. It's bad because the camera we want is like next level, in it.
yeah,
The one that's like motion censored, where it moves to person's voice. Like it doesn't just sit still. It goes and zooms in on the person. But
Personally, I don't want that one until we've got our own. So
ideally,
yeah,
but
fair enough.
you're talking, if we could do it on a phone where it ran better, which we tried to do, but it was a slight delay. The phone's probably the best camera you'll get, but you can talk and you can get a 150, £200 camera if you want.
yeah.
But yeah, it's on the agenda, mate. But we appreciate the feedback because that's what we want from you guys. We want honest feedback regarding. We know the visual's going to be the last thing because everything else is pretty much sorted at the moment. Touch wood. As it
Right.
stands.
So, Kier, we've got your teeth when you were younger, but your weight now. Ben.
Yeah.
What was yours when you were younger and what's yours now?
My insecurity was the way I was in general, like around, because I had no filter. And when I started being made aware of that, it made me on edge, like around new people. Even though I was still the same, I would always think about it when I went home.
Do you know what's just come to my head?
What?
You down the urban.
Oh, fuck off, Kier. It's a shit joke now.
So mine, I don't even know. Oh, me down the. Oh, mate, I think you was like, yeah. Oh God, no, that's not an insecurity, man. That's just part of
What I
it.
meant with that is because you said you had no filter.
Yeah, I didn't.
So that's what I meant with that.
Yeah, my insecurity was when I was younger was not upsetting people because I didn't really care. It was almost like it's a backwards and forwards. So I didn't really care about upsetting people, but I'd think about it when I went home. If I knew I'd said something a bit, so I'd gauge it off other people's reactions. So I'd say something, and if people wouldn't like sort of laugh on or get on with it, and then it just went quiet, that would be something I'd think about when I went home. So that was an insecurity of mine when I was younger. Mine now is my weight. I'm far too heavy for my body. I need to drop probably a good 4 or 5 stone. And
I was quite shocked when I weighed myself yesterday.
I was quite shocked when you sent me the picture. To be honest, you're lighter than me now.
Come on.
Yeah.
Well, my weighing scale don't weigh me.
It says fuck off.
It says error. I stand on it and it says error.
I thought it came up with my mobile number.
No, it says error. But honestly,
The good old jokes, eh?
it doesn't bother me.
Boom.
So you weight.
So
Have you joined the gym?
No,
We were
Friday.
gonna do it the other night. weren't we?
100% Friday. 100%. And it's definitely happening because I've already put money aside for it as well. So-
Ooh, hello.
What are your... So, yeah, 100%, that's it. That's my main... Well, I say weight, the thing is, though, but it always comes off quick. I don't struggle with the diet. I don't struggle with the discipline of it. The only thing I think I will struggle with is when we do have a baby is keeping up with it because of the time.
Yeah.
I hate dieting.
I don't diet.
I hate it.
I don't diet, though. I change my lifestyle completely.
Yeah, that's called dieting.
No, it isn't. It's different. If you say a diet, it means that you're forcing yourself to do it. If it becomes a lifestyle, it's not a chore. No, it does, though.
No, I mean, I don't want to do that.
But I know you don't, which is fine. But you look at, say, Kieran, who's been going to the gym with you the same time.
Oh,
Look at the
yeah.
difference.
Oh, yeah.
But this is what I'm. So he's changed his lifestyle. It's not just a
Oh,
diet
yeah.
he's on.
Well, no, because he told me he just eats shit.
He does.
Yeah,
He hasn't
90%
changed his
of the
lifestyle
time.
at all. He's done exactly the same as me. He just goes to the gym now.
yeah. Lifestyle change. Did he ever go before? I bet he doesn't eat as much shit as you do. Because you would look the same as him or similar, wouldn't you? Of
No.
course you would.
You know why.
Oh, right, yeah. Because
Fuck off.
yeah, I
He
forgot.
eats well more shit than me.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
Quite healthy now.
I think he did start a bit
What,
earlier
Chinese
than-
3 times a
didn't
week
he?
instead of 5?
I don't eat Chinese. Me and Jade, because we used to get one every Saturday because guaranteeing I was home.
Yeah.
And
That's fair enough. You could still do that and class it as a cheat.
Stop fucking talking, Mo. Right, so
Mol. Oh, actually, Mol's commented as well. so
yeah,
go on,
that's
John.
what you go. We'll get to that on the
Yeah,
next one. So, and then she was like, "No." She said, "Oh, I want to lose a bit of weight."
Yeah.
And I was like, "All right." And then she went, "Right, we're having one a month." And I looked at her and went, "Fuck off." And she went, "What?" I said, "I look forward to my treat, like in the week." So, anyways, we don't have them anymore. She won.
Do you know what I could just think of then? You know, Gavin and Stacey.
Gavla.
Smith is like, fuck it, I'll eat it in the car.
Mine's a complete. It's weird for me. Mine's a complete opposite. I don't crave food when I'm on a lifestyle or a diet, whatever you want to call it. I crave fizzy pop.
That's my biggest
Fizzy
letdown.
Pops are big one for me as well.
But do you know why? I think because my body was so used to it, or is so used to it. When I cut it, I get bad acid for like a month.
Your body adapting to not having
Yeah,
it. 'Cause
so-
it already regurgitates for it.
But the problem is,
We don't need to cut it out. Just reduce
no,
it.
I have to. I can't go half and half. Like I've tried it and it never
I'm
works.
same as him.
So I need to go. If I go on it, I'm stopping everything, and I can't. It's the same as if I was fucking smoking or doing drugs or whatever. I would have to go cold turkey.
Yeah.
I can't go. I know my own body and my
Well,
mind
that's
now.
just your mindset, innit?
But I've got an addictive personality. When I do something and I like it, I'll never stop doing it. So if I like fucking caning pop or caning takeaways up, unless I stop it completely, I will always do it. So for me, when I'm on a diet and I'm regimented and I'm focused and I've got time and I've got, like I've wrote out my plan and
See, I think you doing it would be a lot easier than me doing it.
doing what?
The lifestyle change. With
Oh
the eating
yeah,
everything.
the way it falls off me quick, mate.
No, not that. It's the fact of just a simple thing of jobs.
I disagree.
I'm away in hotels where I don't have a kitchen.
But you can cook food for 4 days before you go.
I'm away for 2 weeks as of Monday.
Yeah, but that's what.
Yeah, but you could
So,
still.
what are you going to eat for 2 weeks?
Yeah, but I don't have a fridge
So
in
what-
the room. So how when I'm going to do my food?
So what do you get every night then when you're away? Change what you eat of a night time.
It's hard though. If I'm finishing 8 o'clock at night, or 9 o'clock, or 10 o'clock at
Yeah,
night,
but you could still go to, like Tesco and or something
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That and see what you've got.
That's what I was doing when I was working.
you've done an 18-hour shift. Do you really want to have to go to Tesco?
So
and
why are
eat
you
me
doing
meal?
Why are you doing 18 hours then when you're
Sometimes
working
it's got to
away?
be done.
No, it
No,
doesn't.
it doesn't.
Of course, it fucking does.
Disagree.
You just not have a real job.
What do you mean a real job? That is not a real right. So say for instance, like say for instance you're not away, right?
Yeah, it's easy when I'm at home.
And you can choose to go in technically in the morning, whatever time you want.
Yeah.
So if you go in at 9 o'clock,
Yeah.
I've already been awake 4.5 hours, right?
Right.
And this was and I'd been awake 6 hours at my previous job.
Yep.
Cook 4 days worth of food from a Sunday. Start on
Right.
cook all your food on a Sunday. You've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
Friday, then cook again if you're at home. If you're not at home, go to Tesco and look at what you can get. Start calorie counting. It's annoying, but it does work.
Yeah, I know it does.
So why couldn't you do it?
Go
'Cause I don't want to live on fucking ready meals for 5 days straight.
Ready meals, do you?
Ready
Go to the
meals.
chicken, go to the
cooking
hot
your-
counter where they do
You
chicken.
can't just shut at 9 at night, mate.
But you cook. No, it's not ready meals, is it? If you're cooking your own food, it's just
Yeah, but I was gonna say, if I'm at a hotel and I don't have a kitchen,
What are you
I
doing?
haven't got a fridge, so I can't keep my food fresh for 4 days.
So
It'll go off.
who's booking your hotels then? Pay an extra £10 for the stay per night or per week or whatever, and book up one where you got a fridge and a microwave in it. Or if not, find somewhere, go to the gym away. They all have microwaves and blast it. Do you know what I mean? There is ways to do it. It's inconvenient. I agree. It is massively inconvenient for you when you're working away. But I do think you need to. So what you'll need to do is, because your schedule's so different, and it's not like a Monday to Friday every single week without fail, and it works away. You've got to then look at it and go, right, what days or what time slots am I going to be able to do X, Y, Z to make X, Y, Z happen? And if you don't do that, obviously you'll never do it. Same for me with when I used to work at Orsted and I'd do my 7 on. My 7 on, I'd cook 4 days worth of food. I'd come, send that way. I was saving half an hour every night before the podcast. I'd come straight from work, shower, downstairs, we'd do the podcast.
Yeah.
And I'd eat in that time because I've already prepared my food.
And you keep it in your fridge.
Keep it in the fridge at home. But if I didn't, I'd take it to work and put it in their fridge.
I don't have a fridge in my van.
No, but
So you
also,
can invest in.
but you're not.
Yeah, it's a
But
good idea, though,
the
isn't
thing
it?
is, though, but you're not away all the time. I'm saying is in, I wasn't away all the time, so I didn't have the struggle. But
Yeah.
if I was away, you look at it and go, right, I know what you go, what days or what times, or like Kier said, look at Tesco, look at maybe going and getting something that's, cheaper. Go to the butchers if you're going to be away and then see if they can fucking do something. There's always a way. Or ready meals, it's shit, but it's better for you.
Ready meals are really bad for you.
Fuck it. Why don't you
Well, it
just,
depends which one you buy,
why
I
don't you
guess.
just take a camping stove and just pop it on the counter in your room?
That's actually not.
Not allowed.
Or do what that guy does on TikTok where you see him like prepping, making fucking meals with like an iron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Cook steak and like
Steak
fishing
with
that on an iron.
was it?
Oh,
No, yeah.
honestly.
Some Scotch.
Right, so we do have some comments. We've missed a few out. So, Kier. So Kier, you love being on his channel apparently.
Shit.
I think he's I'm still on my diet and being a few times. I've almost cracked by habit. The thing is, though, you can crack. Cracking once every so often is actually good for you, because your body, when you get to a certain weight, your body will start rejecting the diet because that's all you're eating. So when you go on a cheat day, so to speak, and you have more carbs, more protein, and not cheat by just eating chocolate,
Reset your body.
and you do a reset or a refeed day, and then you go back on the diet, you'll continue to lose weight. Because you'll notice, mate, after the next stone, your body will start slowing down on the diet, and you'll start losing loads less weight than you were before.
And then that's where your
So-
motivation fails, isn't it?
Exactly.
Then we've got one from Moll. What are your goals for the next year? I think that's a good one. But
What, personally, I'll be the podcast.
I'll say personally, but we'll just read to a Tony because that's going to take a while,
Yeah.
I'd say. So, Tony, don't have any of it. Fanny's working 9 to 5 and part-time Ben.
Don't think any of us work 9 to 5 in here, and I don't think I'm part time.
What time do you start?
Me?
Yeah.
7:30.
You have 7 till half 4?
Mine's
20 hours a week.
mine sort of hasn't went on.
Wednesday, Friday.
I do.
Is it right? This is another thing.
It's-
Is things fucked
It's weird, right? I'll explain it to you. So,
quickly?
right, we do 40 hours a week,
Right.
and we're on a rota system, all the lads. So
Right.
it's like if I finish at half 12 this Friday,
Yeah.
I have to work 40 hours Monday to Thursday. So I have to have half an hour dinners, and then I also have to work till 5:30 one of them nights to get my 40 hours in. That's how it works out.
And that to me is fucked. So for me, I do 40 hours purposefully Monday to Thursday, or sorry, I do 36 hours Monday to Thursday, so I can do a 4-hour Friday, and I've
Yeah.
done me 40 hours. Or what I did last week, I did 40 hours Monday to Thursday, and then I put 5 hours in on Friday, so I still had half a day, and I still had half an hour dinner.
So I can see you thinking about it, Josh. So it's like I finish at 12:30. I've got to get 4 hours in from Monday to Thursday
Can you not work till 6
if I wanted to.
and then you can just not go in Friday?
No, they'll require him in.
No, they'll need me in.
So what I'd do is then, I'd just have half an hour dinner every single day like I do anyway. Monday to Thursday,
The fuck has our dinners nowadays?
some of the lads,
Me.
some of the lads in the
Me.
office go
That's my
home for it.
contract. My contract hours, if I'm not on that roll, I have
That's a choice.
half an hour dinner, but I don't take it.
No, but you should know. Well, no, if it's contracted in, take it.
Or can you knock it off as you're working?
No, I can't.
Oh,
If I work, say I'm escorting someone around site because their contractor's working, and I work through my dinner, and I don't have time to get anything, then I'm technically owed an hour. So I could put that hour in as like overtime, or I could then knock it
No,
off.
no. What you need to do then, if it's in my opinion, if it's in your contract, take the hour. So work were trying to be fun. So the first week I started, I was working through my dinner so I could finish early on a Friday, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not interested. I'm not interested in taking half an hour or an hour for my dinner. I'm really not interested. I'd work through it. I literally eat while I was working at the desk, right? And
And
one of the,
that's where I'm different. I can't literally sit at my desk and work all morning till dinner, then sit there and eat my dinner. I have to go out the office.
oh no, I'm the opposite.
I'll go and eat my dinner in the brew cabin.
I
with
could
them.
sit in front of a PC for 12 hours if I needed to. It doesn't
No.
bother me one iota that.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Anyway, right? So what I'd started doing was eating through my dinner, and then I'd clock off an hour. So rather than putting half an hour on my dinner, I weren't taking a dinner, and I'd just leave earlier. And then one of the managers went, "No, you've got to take a dinner from the because it's against the law." I was like, "Right, okay."
Yeah, it's through the learning time
Yeah,
directive and all.
so
bollocks.
working time directive, not
Oh.
learning.
You know what I mean?
So I was like, right, okay. So I
That's a long
so I
day.
started taking it. I was like, right, no problem, that's fine. Then it adds half an hour onto your day, and I'm thinking I was shaving 2.5 hours a week off just by working through my dinner. So I thought, right, I'll do 36 hours Monday to Thursday, and I'll do 4 hours on a Friday, and that's it. And that is literally all. But last week I did 45 hours, and then this week I've done another 45 hours.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I've matched my hours, but that's all just extra. I'm not interested in that. But yeah, going off that, you don't work 9 to 5. I mean, sometimes you've gone in and done a 9 to 5 occasionally, but it's very rarely that you do a 9 to 5.
No, it's very rare.
See, what would mess me up is your like work pattern.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it's like say like tonight you could have worked till say 4, say tomorrow you could work till say 10 at
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
There's no pattern there.
That'd absolutely destroy me.
But then don't forget it was him. He doesn't have the same commitments you do.
Well, yeah, I know.
But then also, it might suit if he was to have a commitment. Say, for instance, he was to have a kid, or him and Jade were to get a house or whatever, and then maybe he wants a bit more structure. Then yeah, he probably would structure his own hours back in Barrows. Like he's come and picked me up before. I'm starting at 7:30 today. Why? Well, I'm travelling away so I can get back for 4 o'clock. That's fine. So we'll do like a 7 till 4. But there's
Yeah.
been times where he's been like, "Oh, I'm having a bit of a lazy day tomorrow because I travelled away. I'm starting at 9. I'll finish at 5." Occasionally, but for me, I couldn't deal with
I
that
make my own
structure.
hours.
I
Don't-
I
don't-
can. I
don't
can,
you have like a certain set of hours you
No.
have to make up.
There'll be a minimum of like 32 or 36 or whatever it is. There will be some sort of minimum.
What is my contract?
There will
Basically,
be a minimum, won't there? Like 37 or hours.
yeah, there is technically, but if my work's done, I'm done. That's it.
Yeah,
When we,
that's fair
when we-
enough.
what was it?
that's dangerous for me. That though.
I went and watched that Paul Smith.
Yeah.
We watched him, so it was a bit of a late one and that. By the time we got home, had tea and that. So I started at 12 the next day,
Yeah, that'd do my head in. I couldn't do that.
and I finished at 2 because all I was doing was paperwork. So I finished it and I went home. So if I started at 8 in the morning, I'd have finished at 10 in the morning.
And the thing is, that's good, but if it's not like it is at the slaughterhouse, is it? Because you've only been paid 2 hours there. But because you've
I
already
get
done
my full
loads,
wage.
because you've already done hours previous on the other days, though, innit?
The
So you-
slaughterhouse is the exact same as job at Knock. You start at 7, you finish when the cows are dead.
But you could not do 6 hours in a week and get paid for 40 hours. That it can't happen.
If that's all the work I had, then yeah.
No, there'll be something in your
We've done
contract.
it's happened to me before.
No,
I've only worked 2 days in a week and I got my full wage because that's all the work I had.
but have you also thought that maybe it's because you know that your boss and he's like a mate as well?
No, it's to do with the work. If there's work there, he won't let me go home.
Like, if that was me, then I'd do all my work in 2 days if I could.
Why do you think I do stupid long
No,
hours?
well, that's what I'd do though. I'd do all my work in 2
You
days. and
just
that's
told
it.
me you wouldn't do it.
No, but if you're going off what you're saying, if it's all literally purely down to you, I'd go and do like 40 hours or 38, 35 hours or as much hours in 3 days in as many minimum days as I possibly could, and I'd sack the rest of the week off and I'd have a 5-day weekend or 4-day weekend.
It's like we were on about.
Yeah, I've done that.
In work today. We were on about like a lot of companies doing that 4-day working week, aren't they?
Good.
Yeah.
It needs to be brought in, I think.
My boss, like my dad, turned around and went, "Oh yeah, BA, you bring it in next year."
Good.
They're already on it.
No, but
I
they're,
work 3 on 4 off.
no, but they're on about bringing it back. So
As
it's
in for
like
days.
working like days, like
So it's
4
Monday to
days,
Thursday, that's it.
The CYC's already on a 4-day working week.
No, but then there's a
BA.
but then the 6-week turnaround after 6 weeks, you've got to do a 6-day week, don't you, to match the shift to swap.
No, they're doing it just on Monday to Thursday.
Oh no, I'd
So-
love that, mate. Monday to
so-
Thursday.
You just work, I think it's an extra hour and a quarter
Yeah, something like that.
day or something like that.
So we were on about it, and then my boss turned around and went, because obviously the company I work for was American. They turned around and went, MCO won't bring that in.
Do you get Thanksgiving off?
No.
It's a bit weird that though, isn't it? That you get all the downgrades of the American culture, but none of the benefits.
Do you get our holidays? All of them.
Yeah.
bank holidays.
So every bank holiday, like, so I get 33 days a year holiday because mine is days, not hours.
yeah,
So I get 33 days. You take 8 off. So
You
I have
25.
25. So I get 5 weeks worth of holidays.
yeah.
It's weird that though, because that's because, like you
And
said,
obviously I don't work bank holidays. But if I did work a bank holiday, it'd be classed as double time.
so because it's an
No, I
American
get that.
company, it's what benefits the company rather than the employee then, because you should technically get Thanksgiving off, you should get the Independence Day.
Not really, because if they're giving them all the English holidays,
Well, because it's classed. Like,
Yeah, but then
obviously-
they can't just
that's the
put it.
same as Kimberly Clark.
I know, but they can't just put it to suit though, can they? They can't just go.
They'll
"Oh,"
put it for the area they're in. They're in England, so they'll give them the English holidays.
It's-
but then they're saying that they're not going to bring the English thing in, which BAE are doing about the 4-day weeks. It doesn't suit them, so that's what I'm saying. You can't pick and choose what you
so
want.
it's
to
like
give. Do you know what I mean? You're either all American or you're all English.
it's like my company's called MCOR UK.
Yeah, but then they're
Okay.
saying, so why couldn't for the UK do a 4-day
American.
week?
I don't know.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's all,
No,
it's all
no,
fucking Biden's fault.
It's been proved anyway. It's been proved that a 4-day week actually ups productivity because people are more incentive to do it because you get a 3-day weekend.
Flexi time and things like that improve productivity.
I'd love it. I would happily work from home for the rest of my life if I could.
It's like
I wouldn't. I fucking hate it.
look at like the way Japan works.
Never been.
No, no,
Never been,
no,
mate.
but I've looked into it and
Pikachu?
they've like
You farted.
Oh, I was looking at you thinking that's a bit stereotypical, isn't it?
From fucking Japan.
so basically what I'm saying is the Japanese when they work like office work and stuff like that, they get allocated 2 hours a day to sleep.
But that,
Sorry?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like classed as
It's like a recharge.
because
it
they believe in sort of like power
Does
napping.
that
don't they?
work? Is it quite thingy over there? Is
Yeah,
it?
it does actually work.
So-
Because like the productivity is boosted massively since they brought it in.
So
Certain
Shouldn't
companies,
BAE be working absolutely awesome then? Because everyone keeps in the toilets.
So what you're saying there is about Japan doing that. Then does that get added onto your hours a day? So you technically paid for 8, but you've
Work
done
10.
10.
But you sleep for 2, obviously.
I think
I'd sooner not sleep than and go home. I'm not. I don't get this whole thing where
So but obviously I've not looked into like what their like working day is because obviously
I never knew that you would. That actually annoyed me. That I hate people like you
what
working through your dinner and that. You ordered dinner, take it. If you're not going to take it,
no
go
but
home.
I can't
I
exactly
can't remember what's that, mate. I did dinner break.
I can't exactly if I'm escorting like contract company on site and they're doing a big job.
Yeah.
I'll wait for them to turn around and say, right, we're going to go get some dinner. I'm not going to turn around and say, right,
You're
we're
in
gonna
charge.
Oh, that's fine. But
No, I am in charge, but if it's a business critical job and it needs to get done,
yeah, that's fine. So then what you do is after that you take an hour.
I've done that in the past. But if it's like say like 2 o'clock when they finally stop,
It doesn't
working,
matter. You take an hour because you owed it. You're not getting paid. I don't know why you. It makes no sense to me because you're technically breaking the working time directive there. And if they were to do it, it's your fault.
You're giving them a free hour. Look at it that way.
It's not even a free hour. They could actually get you in big trouble because you're not doing what your contract.
When's the last time they went, you know what, mate? We're just going to give you a random extra hour's pay.
well, no,
Never.
no, because every time I've worked or like worked from a dinner and that, I've always said to my boss, "Oh, I've worked from a dinner, I've not had one," and he's always said, "Right, well, you can either knock off like an hour early one of the days, or you can just,
Yeah, Friday.
or you can have it as overtime in your pay."
So technically, if you work your dinner for 4 days, you could have Friday off. If your boss has just said you finish an hour early, but you've worked 3 Monday to Thursday dinners, you've not 4 hours off on Friday.
It depends on the business.
Well, no, but you've just said then if he's giving you the option of certain times to work through your dinner and just get it back, I'd
Well-
work through my dinner every day and go home 4 hours earlier every Friday.
It's like the same with this rota system that we're on.
Yeah, it doesn't.
That's confused me.
If I'm needed in the business, but I'm due to finish at 12:30 on a Friday,
Bye.
I can't finish.
See you later.
That's what
Bye.
I just said.
See you later, mate. All right.
Bit.
So
Fuck you.
but it happened to me the other week. So I worked, meant to finish at 12, didn't finish till 3:30. So there's like 3 hours,
Why?
3 hours I'm owed.
Why?
And I
So-
told that to him. And he said, no,
Right.
it's fine. Because I had my own jobs to get on with that needed doing.
Yeah, but if the time
From
runs out,
Monday.
well, then it can wait till Monday, can't it?
Well, no, because if it,
Right, did the time run out because it was that much, or did the time run out because you didn't do it?
not a time ran out because there was quite a lot to do. I had to sort like business, like,
Well, like Ben just said, see you Monday.
I had to sort Rams packs out for Monday.
Do you? I'll ask you to this. Do you seriously think that I wouldn't? Do you feel? Do you two seriously think I'd do what you did?
No.
Because I fucking put it in straight one. So they were saying to me that people in Barrow cannot finish early because we live here. I went, that's not fair. I'm going at the same time as everyone else on a Friday. See you later. I've done me 40 hours. That's my contract. Bye. And they were like, you can't do that. I went, why can't I? I'm a contractor to you guys. my contract states 40 to 45 hours. For the extra 5 hours is my choice. I don't have to do them. I've done my minimum. See you later.
If Kieran turned around to me and said, "Right, you've got to stay 3 extra hours," do you think I'd do it?
Yeah.
It's fucking what it's overtime.
I'm the complete. I'm like. It might change when I have a kid, and it might change. I'm not going to sit here and say it isn't, but I'm not interested.
But it's like that. If I start work before 7:30, or if I stay past 4:30, it's classed as overtime.
It'll actually be worse for me, I think. I think I'll get worse where I won't want to do any extra because I want to be at home and see him.
Yeah, no, no, that's fair enough.
I think you'll end up working at home.
I'd love to work at home.
I think you're going to end up working at home part time. Like not part time work, like you're
Hybrid.
Yeah, hybrid working.
It's ironic, that, isn't it? When you know a lot. That's quite ironic, that, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, boy.
Mate, I'd work at home full time.
So
Because
I can't work at home.
that makes no sense to me. Why?
Stop making your problems my problems.
The thing is, though, but
No, this is what explained to me when I had my interview. He said there's times where you can work at home, but the way your job role works, it's 40% office, 60% on site. Because I've got to show contractors work and take them around
First time.
site. Well,
Right.
no.
so right, okay. So when you're not a junior then, and you're fully qualified and you start being one, what have they said about that?
Nothing yet because I'm still training.
Well, no, I know that, but they must have a progression for you.
No,
they must.
they do. So, but because we are quite business critical at the moment with a lot of work, I haven't had a chance to sit down and discuss it with my boss.
It sounds quite bad, this, and you'll know what I mean the way I'm going to phrase it. But it'll be business critical for people that are not training, for people that can do the job that it's critical to. If you were to go home, Kier, they're not going to not function. Do you know what I mean?
No.
It's the same as with me. Don't get me wrong, to a point, if I wasn't there, they wouldn't be able to do certain things because the lad that works there doesn't have a laptop, so he can't answer emails. That's only different. But other than that, I can still. I was answering emails on my phone the other night.
See, I've got a work phone now, but it's
You won't provide me one, so I just claim it all back on that.
it's weird because obviously I've got the internet on it. I'm not meant to because I have to connect it to the work's Wi-Fi
Yeah,
for security reasons.
yeah,
and that.
of course, yeah.
And obviously, when I go on my work emails, I have to like refresh it loads of times because it's like slow.
Yeah.
And so that's like I can't do what you do. Whereas obviously you flick yours and you're like refreshing of all your emails. Do you know what I mean? I'll have to do it a couple of times to get up to date with my emails on the phone.
There we go. Straight away.
Uber Eats, go on, son. What's that?
Tom, Rye, I've got. And there it says I can answer them tonight if I want, so it saves me tomorrow. But just quickly, because I think we got a bit sidetracked, but it was a good one though. It was a good one about how we're all sort of wired to work with a question. What would you say? Obviously, like you said, the future goals. As in, do you want to do the podcast and individual? Because I think we should.
Yeah, go for it. Kier, what's your
we'll-
personal?
We'll quick fire it to a
Personal, what for next year?
No, for the next year.
for the future.
Yeah.
For
So drop my weight
So what?
about 13, 14 stone.
Yeah. So it's dropped 2 or 3 stone then.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Sorry, Ben.
stay at that weight and just obviously stay at the gym and just try and focus on that because
Yeah.
obviously if you go back a couple of years, I was around that weight anyway, and then I just piled it all on.
It's weird though.
What a dad bod look.
Do you not think it's weird though that you piled it on without going out as much?
Yeah.
It's weird for me that because
Quit smoking.
I
Slows
haven't,
your metabolism
I
up.
haven't had a fag in about a week and a half.
oh,
Still smoke.
Not really. That's when I got vape.
So a week and a half.
how can you say you don't really smoke if it's been a
I
week?
haven't seen you have a fag for ages.
So
You know?
put it this way, this might shock you. So I had a beer on Friday. Before that, I'd not been to the pub or had a beer in 4 weeks.
Yeah, because I think the last time you went to the pub, we were together, wasn't it? Oh, wasn't it? I don't know.
Maybe, but it's weird though because ever since I've stopped going out, I put more weight on. I think it's because I've got more time to graze at home.
You'll put more weight on now because you don't walk anywhere.
Thinking about it, maybe, but I didn't really walk a lot anyway. Really, to work and back, I got picked
No,
up
but you
anyway.
did walk.
No, it's like you'd
Yeah,
like,
but I
You'd
mean,
walk to the podcast.
you'd walk to town, you'd walk back to town.
You'd walk to the shop.
yeah, but I still
You'd walk to the Robin. You'd walk to your granddad.
I'm still doing the same on a weekend. I'm still walking to town and walking to Grandad's and up to the Robin and that. I'm not changing that. That's not really changed.
Just waiting for a Saturday night. Where he's like, right, lads, going out, and he just dumped his car in town.
I won't be dumping my car in town. You've got fucking no chance. It'll be Beth. It'll be Beth. We'll walk or we'll get a taxi.
No point getting a taxi, really. It's around the corner.
I'll drive. I'll abandon my van. I'll go fuck.
I'm not bad.
And now you're going to get the 3 of us in there, one of us in the back.
No, it'll be legal weight and there is free seats.
Mm.
Kier. But anyway,
Rich.
so
Loose strap.
so that's your personal
What's
knowledge.
yours, Benji?
That's
That's a good one.
Oh, get that burp out. That was a good one. No, my honestly, my goal, personal one, like it's pretty much the same as Kier's, and I'm sound so much like Kier now, stealing everyone else's answers. But
That's why I made him go first.
so one of them is clearly obvious to see he's dropped the weight or dropped some weight at least. Join the gym, I'm not worried about that because I'll be there. That doesn't bother me anymore. I'm not scared or anything. That's no problem for me. The weight thing, it's just changing me, not me.
This is one of them.
Yeah, fizzy pop, but
Can you stop answering his question, please?
he is right
He didn't
though.
answer yours.
Fizzy pop's definitely one of them, but changing my attitude, I'm happy with. That's not something, but yeah, I'd definitely say the weight is one of the big ones. The other one is adapt to being a father. That's coming along very soon. I need to try and, like I say, I'm not nervous or anything. I'm just,
If you're not nervous now,
no, I'm not. I don't get nervous anyway, do I? I could walk into a room full of millions of people and just get up on stage and speak in front of them. Like, I don't get nervous.
no, but it's a different kind of nerves.
No, I'm not nervous for anything. All I want to see is 10
Yeah, but you
fingers.
don't
10
know. He's been through it.
I know, but he's not like me before it. Do you know what I mean? So you can't say. So for me, I don't. I used to overthink everything, and I partly sometimes do. The only thing I know in my head, and I can honestly tell you now, is that I'm slightly apprehensive. Is dealing with a shitty nappy because I cannot, and it's not the look of it. It's
The smell.
so Beth. I can watch people be sick. I've watched people throw up. I've
Obviously,
watched
you
people.
handling it personally. Is that
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's not.
I know.
I'm not nervous about how to do the nappy or clean up. It's just a case of I'm very heavy-handed, so I'm a bit nervous that like I'm going to be too
Well,
rough.
that was like me with Harrison when he was first born. I wouldn't get him dressed. I wouldn't bath him or anything like that
Yeah,
because I was just like, no.
I know a guy. He's got 2 kids. Now, both of them are now playing rugby, and he has never changed one single nappy.
No, that isn't. No, not in the modern day, mate. It doesn't
I
happen.
could just imagine going around a Benz.
Now,
No, I mean for my modern day, that's not
I could just imagine going around a Benz. He's there, pair of marigold gloves on, peg on his nose.
probably whatever. To be fair, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to do it. I know over time I'll get used to it where I won't even think about it. But yeah,
Just wait till you're
That's-
old. Just wait till you're old and him like skin
Yeah.
to skin and he shits down your stomach.
I'm not asked. I don't care about that. So that stuff doesn't bother me. It's weird. It's like a weird sort of. So when I see someone, sounds minging, but I've seen someone eat the bogies, I've seen someone be sick, I've seen someone drink someone else's sick. All that stuff doesn't necessarily bother me really. It's when I don't know, it's just someone else's shit other than your own having to clean it
Yeah.
up. Like I can't clean someone else's sick up, but I can watch them be sick. Do you know what I mean? Like if you were to be sick now and ask me to clean it, I couldn't do it. I'd get over it and I'd start going in my head. It's like this is someone else's sick. This isn't your
not
sick.
make you sick.
It might make me bob. It won't make me throw up. That's only ever happened once where I've been sick of someone else being sick, and it was Kier. It was me and him. Both were sick outside town hall when we were when we were in what's the nightclub called that shut down at the sticky floor?
Yeah, it is.
Skin.
Sullivan's, Skin, Club M.
Oh, the what? Cavannas.
I don't fucking know.
Cavannas.
I'm
So-
not as old as you.
Yeah, you're not. But yeah, so fatherhood, trying to master fatherhood as best as I can. That's one thing. Obviously, I'm going to learn every day. I sort of can't wait for that, really. But yeah, the weight and fatherhood is my 2 big ones for the near. Obviously, the distant one, I've got a few other business ideas and stuff that I want to go into. But you already know about that anyway.
That was mine.
But yeah, go on. Y'all go, Josh.
So mine is the app. Second one is to have my 6-pack again, and I'm not really asked about anything else.
You've already got the ball there, just like the picture from Club on Weekend.
Well, he only had a small 4-pack there. He didn't have.
Just
a
need the
full 6.
glitter app.
All right. So before we end it, we've got, like I say, 5 or 10 minutes left. The podcast one. Let's try and make this a bit more in depth rather than just saying,
Right, go on, Kier.
we want new equipment or we want new followers or
Oh, you can go first this time.
Fuck. All right, fine. 1, a wireless decent camera. That's my mate. That's the first thing. So that's like within the next 2 or 3 months. The furthest one along in the next 12 months. So I'm not going to do 12 months. I'm going to do next December.
Right.
I want at least 5,000 liking the page. And I want a guest on at least twice a month.
it's a lofty one, but it's not
It's doable.
in such a small town, it's not impossible because obviously it's such a small town. If I, for me, if I'm being honest, I think 5 would be a stretch, but I do think reaching for the stars is probably the best thing to do, because if you reach for the stars and you don't quite get it, at least you're still in the sky and you've reached somewhere. So for me, I think that's a good one. I do think the camera as well, but for me, I want us to nail the. I still want us to nail the podcast, as in what we're doing, because I still think we're not perfect as we can or as good as we can be yet.
Got another one.
I think our preparation for podcast episodes isn't great. I think we come up with ideas sporadically, but obviously sometimes they're our best episodes. But I do think sometimes we do need to work on structure.
Yeah, because I think the one on this one's been shit.
The what? Oh, as in the idea of this originally was going to be, like I say, we'd obviously wanted to pay our respects to the Queen, and then it was male insecurities, and then we sort of diverged.
We just dovetail off too much, and then we're going out for 20 minutes, and we're thinking, "Fuck me, we've lost it."
But I do think
We
once
always lose it, though, do we? Because there is times when
No,
we
but then-
revert back to it.
But then once again, we're human, so it's going to happen. So we can't punish ourselves too hard. But what I do want us to do is be consciously aware. Like, I think we've all got sort of bipolar, because there'll be 1 second where we'll start ripping into each other or forgetting the topic or taking a piss, and then next minute we're serious. Myself included. Do you know what I mean? And that's something that I think will come in time with us getting better at this.
Yeah.
Because how many times you see someone start a podcast and 2-3 episodes in, or even a year in, they're massive and they're big, and do you know? It's very rare that it happens.
But yeah, because a lot of the time they have a lot of money behind them.
Yeah,
in some extent. Do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
I agree partially with that, but then you also need to look at where we started. We started with nobody watching, with nothing,
We started on stereo and in Discord, or Discord and stereo.
and then we originally started on with a camera on a phone, and we went live straight through Facebook, and then we recorded, and Mol would obviously record through his phone, and we'd have 3 phones set up to go on all across different platforms. And now you look at the progress within a year. We've now got a laptop that's specifically for the podcast. We've got a roadcaster. We've got 4 mics, 4 headsets. We've got a webcam that we're using at the moment. We've got a facility here that, when it's done up, I think will be absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
Because eventually we'll then be able to manufacture where we're sitting properly. But I just think, like you said, I think for us, I think there's a lot to work on, but that also excites me a bit.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I want 5 more sponsors.
You want 5 more?
Yeah, why not? The thing is, though, if we're helping them get business as well, even if it's one person, we're doing what we set out to do, which is help the community.
Yeah, true.
Because they're helping us by showing faith in us, and we're also helping them by promoting their business. But I want us to, in a lot. What's okay then? Right, those are the sort of mini short term within a year.
So what's Kier's?
So I want us to eventually, like, if it's possible within a year, have our own spot. I'm not saying the night isn't bad, because it's great. Do you know what I mean? But
Is it?
I'd
Still
like
not ready.
No,
no,
at the
no,
moment
not
it
that,
isn't.
but
Yeah.
I'd like somewhere that we could call our own. Do you know what I mean?
So
Well, you're getting a flat, are you? How many rooms are in it?
2 beds, 2 bedrooms.
you don't need 2 bedrooms. So
Person could keep on
the
floor.
thing is, though, but originally a few months back we were going to be getting our own, and we were going to be co-renting, weren't we?
Yeah,
Whereas that sort of went.
I'm glad we didn't.
I'm sort of glad we didn't as well. But I'm sort of I'm looking at that as like a massive long-term thing. If we could do it in a year, great. But I don't. It sounds bad, and people on social will know. I think our socials would have to rise massively for us to be able to do that.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to start monetizing the page where you could get payments of tips or people wanting to show support. I think that would be, or you'd have to start going live on all platforms, or you'd have to start being more social on
That's something I do
Instagram.
want to do, though. I want to start going live on not just Facebook.
Yeah, it's like Instagram and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
The thing is, that's software, so eventually we can actually still do that now.
it's the same with TikTok, though. You can go live on there, but I need
1,000 or 10,000 followers. But the thing is, though, we can go live across all platforms still. We just need to buy the software. The software is £80 or £100 a year, where you can download to free platforms or go live like I was doing. I was going live on Twitch, going live on Facebook, and I was going live on YouTube on my personal channels. But then I refused to pay it because Facebook had almost quadrupled the followers I did on Twitch and YouTube in a week that it took me to do in a year.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And Facebook, there's more people of an average Joe on Facebook than there is on YouTube. And, you know, people on YouTube, you've got to search for a podcast to want to watch it, whereas
Yeah.
Facebook will randomly bring our video up across people's pages.
Yeah.
But I'm sort of I agree with that, Kier. I agree with that one, and I agree with yours, Josh, on the short term as well. What's the would you use to say, as in collectively, would for the podcast, if you were to say in your own opinion, what would our overall biggest goal be? What would you think it would be?
Kicking Kier out and it just being me and you, big boy.
Right, see you later.
Fuck's sake.
The BJ podcast.
Fuck's sake.
Nah,
No, what,
in all seriousness, the biggest one would be having our own like studio
yeah.
and like a professional setup.
Yeah. I'd like it so it's like where we could travel like around,
Yeah.
say the UK or the world, just and people recognise us. You know what I mean? So we get invited to like other podcasts, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, as in to be like our job sort of thing,
Yeah.
as in. But the thing is, do you think that would come first and then the studio, or do you think it'd be
No,
the studio
I
that?
think it'd be the studio first and that.
I think it'd be the other way around.
I want to be big enough that Jake Paul wants to box Kier.
I want to be big enough where Jake Paul wants to box you. I really do. I want to be big enough where he knows who we are. Because all it takes is for him to come on one podcast and your views have skyrocketed, and then people will stay.
I want to be big enough where I can say I drive a Bugatti.
Yeah, what Bugatti do
Colour.
you drive? The thing is, though, but I honestly think it'd be the other way first. I think if we started getting big enough, just doing this, say, obviously with an upgraded camera and obviously all the rest of the stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's like that. It all comes in time, and it's one of them you're gonna have to persevere with.
Well, we already have been. Do you know what I mean? So it's not as if we're not, you know.
No,
For the last year.
no, I'm just saying it's one of them. Like we're gonna have to persevere with it and carry on with it.
Oh, shit.
This is the person I want to see every podcast. What
What,
you just
actually
said.
talking?
Yeah, what you've just said then is spot on, and I couldn't agree with you more. We are persevering. It gets hard. It gets difficult. It sometimes gets monotonous, where you just sat there thinking, I don't want to do it this week, or I'm busy this
Fuck off,
week.
Aldi.
It's an effort. Oh, we're not resorting to insults, but it's true though. How many times? Be honest with each other and all of us. How many times have we sat there and thought, can't be asked doing a podcast this week?
Nah,
I haven't
I
personally.
haven't.
The only time it happened was when I didn't want to go away because I wanted to do the podcast. And then you try to do the episode without me and it didn't even happen.
Actually, to be honest, when I went on holiday, I couldn't give a fuck about the podcast because I wasn't here.
but you were still on it watching
But
that.
other than that, I've never thought
You couldn't
I
stay
can't
away.
be arsed with that now because I thought this is like the one time a week.
Oh no, there's been times where like no,
I haven't finished.
Don't let him finish. You didn't let me before, neither did you, Kier. Fucking fault. The thing is though, but you were still away and you still
Yeah.
watched.
I thought
Couldn't stay away. Couldn't stay away, mate. Same as me. I was trying to watch in the car and you just couldn't operate a PC or a phone in your living room.
Oh, it was fucking shit.
But yeah, go
terrible.
on, Josh. What were you going to say? You were one time a week where
It's just the one time a week where I get to come. I know it's probably, but have a laugh,
Yeah.
have a joke about, take the piss out of Kia,
and
and
vice
just have a
versa.
good time.
Yeah. To be fair, but the
And
only-
Jade gets rid of me, so she fucking loves it.
well, me and Beth were talking about this before, just briefly. She was saying that basically, when the baby's here, obviously I'm going to have a week off, and a part of me is thinking I'm sort of hoping the baby's born Monday night.
I hope you put in a fucking holiday for me.
I'll do whatever you require, lads. You know, I'm
Joking, I'm having a fucking week off too, me. Hey, baby, baby.
no, but the thing is though,
well, no,
I love doing this.
the
only
again,
thing-
that
The only thing that does do me head in is, and I'll be honest, the only thing that does do me head in is that, and he knows it because I've told him, and you know it, is how fucking much reliability is for me to set everything up. The YouTube stuff, the Spotify, the uploading, which I'm going to have to show you. So after this, you're coming to my house because I need to show you how to do it.
well, after this podcast,
Yeah, and then I'll take you back home. Don't worry.
what have your plans?
What's
Have you
for
got
you, lad?
plans?
KFC?
No, I haven't actually.
Oh, exactly. So shut up, because basically, I need you to see it and what.
I was actually thinking about going to the gym.
Well, I'll take this.
I was actually going to ask if you were going to go.
Oh my God.
I was actually going to ask if you were going to the gym.
Right, but yeah, that's the only thing is basically how committed more or how much more I feel as though I do afterwards because you don't have the PC. Whereas that's going to change. So there's going to be a few weeks where you
Yeah.
start taking it.
No, 'cause-
I've never said once that I won't take it.
Oh no, I know you. No, God no, no. See, this is what I'm saying. You don't. Well, I wasn't saying that to be like, oh my God, you do fuck all, it's all me. No, what I was saying is the fact that there's times where I've sat there for like 3-4 hours trying to find the software for the podcast and he's not even read the chat.
And I've been on the phone to you.
Exactly.
And I've explained about my fucking shit.
No, but you can send
Gotta buy a
Snapchats
phone.
and TikToks and
What?
messages
I'm
and
selling that if you want to buy that. I'm getting the new Fold 4.
Yeah, but I may as well just get my other phone fixed.
Mine will be cheap. pal.
so have you got it
Payment plan.
fixed?
What? No, not yet, because I've not been paid yet.
Gets
Oh,
paid Friday,
right.
doesn't he?
So
I'm still waiting for Josh to show me how to do
Like,
the
fine, you
mod
owe
thing.
me.
So quickly, long term is obviously our own place with a sound studio or whatever where we can have guests in where it's a bit more advertising.
I want there to be a bar in the background, though.
Maybe.
You can do that anywhere.
But then I'm also thinking, do you actually honestly, truly believe and be honest that we'll actually ever get there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I've got a reason for it.
Go on.
So me and Jade are buying a house next year.
Yep.
Looking at a 3-bedroom for a reason.
Maybe.
Start gravity.
She has agreed for me to put the studio in our house. So it's either going to be in a garage, because she doesn't drive, so I'm the only one that drives.
Yeah, but then you could think about, like, if you say you got a house with a big garden, you could always put like a summer house or something.
So see, I'm the opposite. If I was to have a big house, I would not allocate a spot for the podcast.
I
I'm
would.
telling you now, I wouldn't.
Don't see the point why not.
No, do you know the reason why I wouldn't? It's because I think that you need to separate some stuff. It's like this is out of our houses,
yeah.
so you're not bringing it home. Beth already gets annoyed when everyone's always around my house. Not in a bad way, but like I'm cutting hair or we're coming round or whatever. If it's all the time or like a period of time over like a week where everyone's around almost every day or something, she gets
Yeah,
annoyed.
but Jade works 8 days out of 7, so it won't really annoy her. She's never there.
No, I know, but you never know. You might have a kid or a dog, and then you're thinking, "Fuck, I'm
Oh, we're
wasting."
getting a dog.
And then
And
you're
we're
like,
getting a kid.
well, I'm wasting a room there on the
Getting a
pod.
kid.
Yeah, I'm adopting.
Ideally, I'd love to have our own little spot that we rent. Let's say £300-500 a month, somewhere that's ours, but we can afford to run it. Put a big sign up and have it as a walk-in
Okay.
studio.
I don't want to rent anywhere.
Fuck it.
No, obviously
Do you
own
know
it.
what you should do? Just buy a shipping container and do it out.
That's the best idea you've ever come up with.
And guess how much a 40-foot container is to rent a week?
I'm not buying
A
one.
week,
To rent
One.
125 quid.
£50 a week, 40-foot container.
What, steals?
Nope. Where am I based at?
Ulverston.
What?
JJC.
JC.
I thought you were Ulverston. for
No,
some reason.
£50 a week to rent a 40-foot container. So imagine what it
Yeah, but you can
cost.
buy one for $3,000.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
what I'm saying. Buy
It
one
would be
because then you,
lit.
What?
Right, we're going to end the podcast here because we've got a lot of fucking ideas about to go down here. Like.
And we're also ending it because
it's,
FIFA's out and I need to stream. So
Yeah, everyone's struggling to play it.
no, I went on before. Mine was fine.
Yeah, now they're struggling.
No, there's a free trial on the actual store, so it's not the actual game, so you can play it. So yeah, massive shout out to you guys for coming back to this week's episode of the JBK podcast. First and lastly, because we forgot with a shit start, we've got to thank our sponsors. Our sponsors are Lakeside Fire and Security, Northwest Plumbing and Heating, TNT Records, and we do have Transform Physiques Gym. Make sure you go and check them all out, guys. They will be tagged in the on the page somewhere or another. I've been your host, Ben Coleman, along with my other host, our other host, sorry, Kier McCarter, and the best looking guy on the podcast, Bald Ski, Josh Archer. We will be, make sure you come back and join us.
Next week, I'll have my new tea.
So make sure you join us for that. You do not want to miss it. Spotify, we are on there, the JBK podcast. Facebook, we are on there, the JBK podcast. TikTok, we are on there, the JBK podcast.
what about Instagram?
Instagram, I don't know. Make sure
JBK podcast.
make sure you go and check us out on all social platforms. If you have enjoyed this episode, make sure you drop it a like, share it around with your friends, and try and get some more people in. But we have been the JBK podcast, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.